I got, what's up, ladies and gentlemen? My name is Jordan Taylor, sitting alongside Dustin Hill, Gary Swallow, Keith Crozier, Isaac, and Lloyd is in the back making everything happen. Had some technical difficulties in the front, but we have it fixed now, we think. So let's get this thing rolling. Let's get the ball on the road. The floor is open to y'all fellas. Gary, start us off with comments on tonight's show.
Man, today we got a big show, a lot of information about brackets, where everybody's going to be playing. I'm excited. I'm ready for high school playoffs, just to get it started. First step to the Dome, and I'm looking forward to it this year.
Keith, first initial thoughts of tonight's show.
It's going to be interesting. We got some interesting people in this schools and interesting brackets. It's going to pan out pretty interesting toward the end.
Mm-hmm. Isaac, go ahead, brother.
What's going on,
Initial
man?
thoughts.
Just a lot of games going on, man. I can't wait to see where it's going to go to.
And Dustin?
It's going to be fun watching with y'all guys determining who's going to go where.
So let's jump straight into shout-outs. Shout-outs for this evening. Are You Serious Sports with Blake Ruffino, Monday through Friday at 7 p.m. You can catch him on Facebook, Twitter, and other platforms. Go Preps with Hunter Bauer. You can go find that on a website. Hold on, because I'm losing my concentration. Gary, you can go straight into yours because I don't see how we don't do a pick show every Tuesday. Mm-hmm. I don't see what's the problem here. I asked you yesterday, I said we're doing a pick show tonight, then we're going to eat La Hacienda afterwards.
Right.
So, okay, Gary, go with your show.
Well, I mean, I'm excited about it. I mean, we're having we've been doing pretty steady as far as having our picks and everything like that. And I'm excited for it, and I'm really excited to do this with you guys.
Oh yeah.
And look forward to having it rocking and rolling, and hopefully working our way down the brackets to the Dome. That's what I'm ready for.
Talk about your business.
All right, my business, Tiger Rock Martial Arts. We look forward to, if you're interested in martial arts, any type of, self-defense for men, women, and children of all ages, we'd love to have you guys come down, give us a shot, and we'll have our logo in the back. Come on down, and we'll have everything set up for all you guys.
All right. I'm with Brothers Just Searching in Breaux Bridge, Louisiana. Me and my brother and a few brothers in the Lord, we get together and talk about the Lord. And we just, if you want to listen, go listen to us on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, and Spotify. You can go ahead and go, Keith.
Management Downs, just about finished. I think they got a couple, maybe one more weekend. I noticed last weekend that they ran some of their derbies that they had going on for the quarter horses, and they had some surprise wins. I don't know exactly who won, but I was noticing that they had a couple. I didn't catch the names of it, but we're all good to go on there.
Mm-hmm. All right.
We're going to start off with the 1A.
I'm guessing, George, you want us to start off with that?
Business, okay. Just in all field, it's a little slow right now, but Premier Inspections, NDT inspections, and pretty much about it. That's all I really got with that. Just can't wait to get to the picking, see how it goes.
Man, I tell you what, there's a lot of things going on with high school ball right now. We're just excited to kind of see everybody having the opportunity to make a run for the playoffs because, and I've been saying this since March. 2020 has been a total, and I don't want to say a disaster, but it has been a disaster for a lot of things. And, I'm just glad to see that these young guys are going to have the opportunity. hopefully they'll be able to stay healthy and keep COVID-19 off of out of their schools. But man, we got a build up to some high school, matchups that may be repeats. Some people in the same district that are going to be playing each other for the right to go there. And we're going to talk about that in a few minutes. But man, 1A especially, and then man, the powerhouses that we have in Acadiana. Isn't that awesome?
All of them.
Man, Acadiana has always been, a strong school. But and I'm not talking about just Acadiana High School. I'm talking about the Acadiana area.
Yeah.
We have schools from the divisions. We got, Lafayette Christian, St. Thomas More, just to mention some of those guys. But then we have Acadiana High School. We have Karen Crow going in there. Notre Dame. Lafayette High School. It's just unbelievable to see how strong that Acadiana is going to be represented in the playoffs. Can you imagine? Man, back when I was in school, man, everything was New Orleans or Shreveport and Monroe and all that area. It was never Central Louisiana. And then now it's like the I call it, how I say that, the tide has turned a little bit. I think the people realize that it's not all them big old boys that are from up yonder. It's we got something coming out here.
And stuff, Baton Rouge.
And like I said, we're waiting on Jordy. We have some technical stuff going on, but just in seeing the strength of our Acadiana area, man, I'm just so excited to have
Sunday
that
night,
our
me and Jordy
representative.
went over, kind of gave us an idea of what was going on, and we were noticing some of the brackets that they placed these teams in, and you got some of the runner-ups in the state championship teams going against each other in the same bracket.
Right.
So they're not going to be facing each other. There's a few that we noticed in some of the Class A divisions that one's kind of piqued our interest is I forget which one was. Maybe it was the Acadiana group, their Class 3, I think. The thing that we were talking about before the show started, Karen Crow got number 1, but we were looking at the power rankings. And Dustin is showed me the power rankings, and I was like, that's kind of, I don't know where they're going by the strength of schedule or the power rankings, because the power rankings had in the car number 1.
Right.
And it kind of surprised me, because I was assuming, we're all assuming they were going to go by power rankings this year because of the schedule and because of COVID-19 and this whole thing's kind of got everything upside down, basically.
Yeah.
But evidently it's not the way it looks.
Right.
Really.
Well,
Not at all.
When you're dealing with COVID-19, we just don't know what the heck's going on.
And I understand that Karen Crow is 8-1.
Yeah.
And in the car is only 6-1.
They had 2 more wins,
But
in the
still,
car,
I would assume this year you'd be going by power rankings more than.
Right.
I'm sorry. I know you throw the schedule in there, but.
Well, you want to talk about things that just blew my mind. We were talking, first of all, and we've been saying this all year, never in my life have I ever seen an Evangel team go 0 and whatever.
Yeah.
And they are in the playoffs. You got a winless team in the playoffs, and I'm like going, how? But
Seems like it's
it
happening
seems,
every week.
it's like, oh my God.
It's like OHS
But-
should be in there then.
Right.
That's the
No,
case.
that's the case. Port Barry should be in there,
But Port Barry had other circumstances. But
we got that too. But but you have, I never in my life would have thought that a team like Evangel Christian, Evangel used to beat West Monroe whenever Evangel Christian was like a 1A team and they were playing in 5A, and they would just beat West Monroe every year.
Yeah.
Both of them was great back then.
And I was like going, oh my gosh. But, we're talking about the brackets and the way that you got teams that played in the state championship last year that are on the same bracket. So they're not going to repeat in the Dome.
Right.
They're going to repeat somewhere else, or they're going to meet somewhere else. Maybe if they're lucky.
Coming up.
and we're going to talk about that in a second.
Yeah.
But you got all of this happening, And then, you see this, and it's like, going, man, they might have some new, and I hate to say it this way, they might have some new blood in the dome. And there's a possibility of it, and that's a good thing. But, and we're going to talk about that because my picks for the dome are pretty simple. But and a lot of Cajun players is going to be in that area. But it's just like, okay, with COVID, and I know but look at the things that they have to be careful of too. One person gets tested positive for COVID, and your season is over.
Yeah.
You're done.
And it's been like that for a couple weeks. And and I'm gonna tell you something right now. I want to see these kids play on the field. If Lafayette Christian, Acadiana, Karen Crow, they have a shot for these, and that's only 3 teams that I mentioned, but they have a shot to go to the dome. Man, you got one teacher, one water boy, water girl, whatever, somebody at the school that gets sick, and then all of a sudden your season's over.
That's what I feel bad about. Like all these athletes, especially the seniors, and
Right.
this is the last time to perform and show that they can, go to the next level and
Man,
play.
I'm with you on that. I mean, I'm gonna tell you, this affected my business quite a bit. But March 14th, we were setting up for a national tournament, and they shut us down. Boom, almost immediately. And John Bell said, "Okay, can't have nothing over 250 people," and we were going to have like 750 competitors. It was like, oh my God. So
Yeah, that's what with the crowds and stuff. To me, it's like crowds plays a big part in any sporting event. To me,
right,
that's what makes underdogs happen to win sometimes.
correct.
So,
Well, anyway, we're going to get this right.
welcome back.
Welcome back, Mr. Jordy.
Hello, guys.
How are we, guys? Hey, we was just flapping our gums talking about everything, man. We were just throwing in some time for us.
Y'all talked about some good information.
Oh, a little bit. I think so. But we're ready to get it going, man. Get your shout outs and do what you got to do. Let's make it happen.
All right, shout outs will go to Are You Serious Sports Monday through Friday at 7. They just wrapped up a show. Check out Blake Rufino over there on Facebook or Twitter. K104 Downs Law Friday Night Scoreboard. They're a Facebook page that's up north. They will give you all scores from high school sports from the northern states, so the Monroes, the Shreveports, and so on. Go Press with Hunter Bauer. You can follow him on Facebook or his website. He does a lot of information for high school sports, and he has all the current power rankings, and that's where a lot of people go to find out where their teams are. So go follow Go Preps. Louisiana Gridiron Football, they're doing a show currently right now. It's called The Randall Corner with Marcus Randall. Former LSU football player, does a football talk show, so you can follow them on Facebook also. Bear Nation Broadcasting and the Coach Bruce Show. Church Point and Zachary, they are podcasts that talk to the head coaches of the week before the game. So you can follow them. I don't know if Acadiana has anything like that. Dustin? If you know it, okay. In the Zone Photography with Mr. Rusty Amo and Gyro Sports Photography with Grant Gyro. You can follow them. One is in the Poincapie area doing great work, and one is in the St. Landry Parish area doing great work. The Boot Sports with Mr. Terrell Isle. You can find Mr. Terrell on his website, The Boot Sports. Just put a high school article out today. Y'all go check it out. And he puts out LSU articles left and right. Brothers Just Searching, sitting here with two of the guys tonight. And Isaac, Brothers Just Searching.
Well, we do a show every Monday night, but it don't drop until Wednesday night. We're trying to get into video production, which is, like y'all right now, is becoming a headache, but it is going to work out. But we go ahead and we talk about the Bible and current world events to educate and to edify believers in Jesus Christ. Had a good episode last night. We'll be dropping at midnight tonight.
Good deal. Appreciate it, brother. Let's talk about a big thing I wanted to bring to your attention. the governor just announced today 25% guidelines are back in play for high school sports. So teams have to refluctuate how they're going to do the playoffs. What can y'all say about how crazy this playoff season is going to be now that we're back in phase 2?
Well, all I can say is that the crowd's going to be small.
They're going to need live streamers.
Like, and the
Yeah.
megaphones.
You're right. I mean,
Yeah, I mean, a crowd makes a difference. I would argue that case almost.
It's nothing like playing in a stadium with nobody there. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
You got the energy from your fans, and you want to show off the opposite fans of how good you are and how you're going to destroy the other team. It's going to be weird in there.
yeah, I've never liked, quiet whenever you're playing football. That's just me. You got to have that push,
I agree. Let's talk about score updates from a week ago. So here's how we fared a week ago. I went 30 wins and 8 losses. Gary, you went 31 wins and 7 losses. Holden went 29 wins and 9 losses. Kenneth went 29 wins and 9 losses. So Gary, congratulations, you won last week's picks.
I didn't think I did because I was like, oh my gosh.
The only reason you won is because he didn't call me. He forgot to call
They forgot. Yeah, that's what it was.
call me.
All right, man. I got it. Thank you for not calling him, man.
No, I don't know what you're talking about. And let's move back to the call-in is 290-5587, 290-5587. I know I have 2 people that are supposed to be calling in tonight, so we will keep an eye out on those people. Call-in number. Got it. All right, I wanted to read something to y'all fellas. I wanted to read the district champions that were crowned this past week. So let's take a look throughout the state and see who won the district championships. Starting off in 1A. And if y'all see any teams on here y'all want to stop me and talk about, we can talk about it. 9-1A, Country Day is your district champs. 8-1A, Vermilion Catholic is your district champs. 7-1A, Ascension Catholic is your district champs. 6-1A, we have a tie there. Slaughter Charter and Southern Lab will share the district title.
Wow.
So those 2 teams will share the district title. 5-1A, outright district champs is Catholic Appointed P. 4-1A, we have a 3-way tie there. Basile, Grand Lake, Oberlin all beat up on each other this year. They will all have a share of the district title.
That's good.
Yeah.
3-1A, St. Mary's is your district champion. 2-1A, Oak Grove is your district champions. Were you ever surprised?
No, not on that. Nope.
1-1A, Calvary Baptist is your district champions. Another not surprised there. So congratulations to all the 1A teams for winning district in an unparticular year. We send our best to you and we wish you the best of luck in the playoffs for 1A in Division 4.
Stay healthy.
2A, who won district? Starting in Division 10. 10-2A, Newman is your district champs. 9-2A, St. Thomas Aquinas is your district champs. 8-2A, A-Meet and Kentwood will share the title. Those 2 teams did not get to play this year in the regular season. That game was canceled. 7-2A, Episcopal of Baton Rouge, and what a season they had.
Yeah, they're good.
6-2A, Ascension Episcopal Laurelville. They lined up for a game of the week, and that game did not happen when Laurelville caught the COVID. So they will share. Lafayette Christian, outright district champions after taking down everybody in their district by 60. 4-2A, Kinder is your district champs. 3-2A, Manny is your district champs. 2-2A, Mangum is your district champs. So that game against Faraday was for the title. And North Caddo, 1-2A district champs. So congratulations to those 2A football teams. We're going to jump straight into 3A. You have the privilege of announcing them because my wisdom teeth was hurting.
Uh-oh. 3A, 1-2A, 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 1-2A In 3A, 11-3A, the district champion is De La Salle. Not that big of a surprise. 10-3A, district champ Booker T. Washington. 9-3A, we got a shared title. E.D. White and St. James will share the title. 8-3A, Archbishop Hannon. 7-3A, University Lab. 6-3A, St. Martinville. 5-3A, Church Point, the Battling Bears. That's the local team that's going to make some noise.
Yep.
4-3A, Jennings and Lake Charles College Prep.
Wish that game would have happened.
I wish that game would have happened myself. 3-3A, Gina. 2-3A, Union Parish. And 1-3A, Green Oaks.
That's a big district.
That's a big district there. You're right.
That's a big 3A district. Jumping straight into 4A. No surprise here. These two teams, 11 4A and 10 4A. Warren Easton and Edna Carr wins that district. 9 4A, Lake Shore is your district champs. 8 4A, Assumption and Vanderbilt Catholic will share the title. 7 4A, Plaquemine is your district champs. 6 4A, how about Isaac Hayes and the Cecilia Bulldogs are your district champs in 6 4A. 5 4A, St. Thomas More. When they beat Karen Crow, they won the title. Eunice wins the 4 4A title. Tioga, 3 4A title. And we have North Dakota winning the district title and Neville winning the district title. My man, you want to announce 5A?
Just one team.
Just one team?
Yeah, I'm gonna say the one team. Go ahead.
No, I'm good.
Go ahead. You got it.
All right. 9-5A, Brother Martin. 8-5A, John Eric.
Eric.
Yep.
Eric. 7-5A, DeSoto. 6-5A. Boy, I made someone bad say this because half of these names I can't say.
That's what we said for you.
Ponchatoula.
Ponchatoula, thank you. 5-5A, Calica Baton Rouge. 4-5A, Scotlandville. Of course, I gotta let Dustin announce this one.
Hold
Go
on,
ahead,
before
D.
you do that, we have a call in. Let's get him on the phone. Hello, this is Jordan Taylor sitting here with Keith Croget, Gary Swallow, Dustin Hale, and Isaac Hayes. This is Under the Lights, who we have the pleasure of talking to tonight.
This is David Henry.
David Henry, guys, if you don't know who David Henry is, this is the father of the starting quarterback for Mandeville High Skippers.
Wow.
So we got to go see this quarterback in live action this year when they played North Shore, and what a talent he is.
Thank you.
David, what's going on tonight, brother?
Oh man, that's nuts. Another day in paradise.
Another day in paradise, that's for sure. What is your thoughts going into playoff week, brother?
I think that if we just continue the path that we on, I think Mandeville has a legit shot at getting to the dome. I think if there's anybody on the 5A side, that can contend with Acadiana, with the type of offense they run and the defense that they play, Mandeville is the team to do it.
Well, let's talk about your road to the dome. Starting off with West Jefferson, they're a 25 seed. You drew the 8 seed. What scares you the most about West Jefferson, if you know anything about them?
To be honest with you, nothing really scares me, because if our boys do what they're supposed to do, it should be, you should put up a nice little, array of points on it.
And round 2, you would await the winner of Lafayette and East Jefferson. If East Jefferson wins that game, Mandeville will hit the road. But if Lafayette wins that game, Mandeville will have back-to-back home games, and I know that's what the seniors want. Am I right?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. That's the plan. We hoping Lafayette win. We hoping we win. Get another home game, now. I heard Lafayette played Acadiana pretty tough. So that'll be a good game, and for the future.
Yeah. Get to
Other than that, you know, I honestly see us, you know, in the quarterfinal game in Lafayette against Acadiana.
and what a matchup that would be. We would be there to see that one on first hand.
That'll be a fun one.
It would definitely
And
be
then,
fun.
you know, and then if everything goes its course, we got a great chance of, you know, getting our lick back with Ponchatoula at
Exactly.
their house in the semis to get to the dome.
Exactly.
And that'll be tremendously fun right there. I know my son, you know, he primed in for that one.
And
He primed in for this run, you know.
your
His
son,
mindset was, I'm not letting us lose. So,
and let
you know,
everybody
I'm excited
know,
to watch what he do.
and let everybody know where your son committed to play college football a couple weeks ago.
He verbally committed to McNeese State. He's gonna be a Cowboy.
So congratulations.
Congrats.
We're,
job.
we're
Thank you.
rooting for him. That's for sure. And let's also bring up, like we said, anything is possible in this year's playoffs. You never know what's going to happen.
Absolutely.
And COVID can strike at any moment. What do you think the coaching staff is doing to stay away from one of those teams that have to call their season short?
Repeat that.
I said, with this crazy playoff that we're going to go through this year with COVID, I said, what do you think your coaching staff is doing to approach the kids to be cautious and just knowing that their season could end at any moment?
To be honest with you, you know, just being around my son and being around, you know, listening to the conversations with, you know, some of his fellow teammates. To be honest, I don't think it's anything the coaches need to do. You know, I think the boys are focused enough to where they understand what's at stake. You know, and I mean, you should hear them, you know, making their Thanksgiving plans. It's like, who over there, who gonna be there, you know, do I have to go there? Just bring me a plate of food. You know what I'm saying? Like, their mindset is keeping themselves, you know, away from any kind of harm the best way they possibly can, you know, to prevent that worst case scenario from happening to them.
That's awesome.
Yeah. It is.
You know, so
yeah.
I think it's just a testament to the coaching staff, you know, for getting them mentally prepared as well as physically prepared, because, you know, they have a great group of kids and they, you know, they think a lot. Very smart kids, you know, and they know what's at stake and they know what they want. So I don't believe they're going to let that get in their way. All of them are focused on the prize at hand.
Yeah. It is Thanksgiving week, and this is a goal for many teams out there. Make it to Thanksgiving week. How excited are those kids to wake up after Thanksgiving to play a football game on Friday night?
Oh, man, they're ecstatic, man, especially being able to do that at home. You know, last year, Thanksgiving week, we was in Horton. You know, and that was a quarterfinal matchup that we wish we could get back. You know, but with them being at home, you know, man, that's gonna be a crazy game. You know, we start off with a Thanksgiving breakfast for the boys, you know, and make sure they eat right, you know, don't get too crazy through Thanksgiving Day. You know, and then Friday morning, it's showtime. Everybody locked in, ready to go. And again, it's a joy because we at home, you know, during this time to be able to, you know, cheer our boys on. So everybody pretty excited about that.
Well, let me ask you something, David. With the guidelines that have been passed today, what are you hearing from the school about this capacity that's going to be set for the playoffs for this upcoming week?
Well, from what we've heard, it's back to what it was at first, to the 25%. You know, I don't know if that's, you know, signed, sealed, and delivered, but from what we heard is, you know, it's at the 25% mark.
It's going to
You know,
be
so that would, with our stadium, I think that would allot us maybe 1,000 tickets.
it's not where you want to be, but at least you get to play.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, You know, they get to pay. They get a they get a little fan base. Because to be honest with you, man, when we started off at 25%, honestly speaking, I think the fans was louder, at 25 than what we was when we got boosted up. So the fans are gonna be there. We're gonna be there rocking and cheering the boys along. I think our boys are primed and set for a nice run right here.
We wish the Skippers the best of luck. Can't wait to see.
Thank you.
Can't wait to see what happens Friday night. While you're on the phone, we're gonna make a pick. So we're gonna pick this Mandeville West Jefferson game while we're on the phone. So stay tuned, brother. Let's hear what the rest of the panel have decided. Fellas,
Yes, sir.
number 8 Mandeville will play at home against number 25 West Jefferson. I'm gonna start left to right. Isaac Hayes, who you like in this matchup?
Who is that again?
Mandeville West Jefferson. 5A matchup here.
I'm gonna go with Mandeville, man. I'm gonna go with the home team.
Isaac's going with the home team. Dustin, who you like?
Mandeville.
Mandeville.
I'm sticking with that too. I think Mandeville's going to do it.
Mandeville all the way across.
Mandeville, I like Mandeville. I think the quarterback's going to have a breakout first round playoff game, and I can't wait to talk to the young man in the future. David Henry, it's always a pleasure, brother. The whole panel win Mandeville.
Man, we appreciate y'all for the support, man.
We'll talk
And
soon,
thank
David.
y'all for everything that y'all got going on. It's a real big thing that y'all doing, giving these boys, the props y'all give them. And just give them another little outlet of being recognized. So we thank y'all for that.
Yes, sir. Well, we'll be in touch, David. I'm probably get a hold to you Friday night to find out how your son did.
Yes, sir. Go Skippers.
Go Skippers, that's for sure.
Go Skippers! All right, my man. Thanks for having me on.
All right, David.
All right, thank you.
That was awesome.
Yeah.
That was David Henry. That is the senior quarterback. Devin thought.
They only lost to Ponchatoula, right?
I'm not sure. That is David Henry. His son is the starting quarterback at Mandeville, and he is currently verbally committed to McNeese State.
That's awesome.
So,
Congratulations.
That's an awesome program.
I know you didn't like what you heard there, but
Hey,
that's my buddy.
hey. They're going to make it pretty far.
I hope to see that quarterfinal matchup.
That would be good.
I hope to
would
see
be
that
good.
Acadiana matchup.
Yeah.
All right. Where my tablet went? You got my tablet?
We still got 3 district
Go ahead.
champions to go ahead.
Announce the
I was
5A.
going to give the honor to
The
Dustin on this one.
3-5A. The 3-5A.
Who's the 3-5A district champs, Dustin?
Acadiana, Wrecking Rams.
All right.
Right.
You're not biased
The,
either,
the
man.
same team that's going to be
We,
in that dome.
we need a gold helmet up here,
That's
man.
right.
That's what it is.
That's
We need a
right.
gold
Yeah.
helmet
All
up
right,
here.
so
I will work on that.
Yeah.
2 5A, Ruston and West Monroe is tied for that, so they both got it. They split it, and 1 5A, CE Bird got that one.
Bird,
Okay.
yeah.
Pass that to Mr. Jordan, please.
All right, that is your district champs. Fellas, I think it's time to move on to some game picks.
Yes, let's do this.
20?
We will jump straight into 1A. And, yep, that's all I had. Jump straight into the 1A brackets. Get the pen ready. Call lines are open. The phone number is 225.
No.
No.
0.
That's
That's
3-3.
oh, that's
That's
Grant.
Grant.
Oh, not in the roads. Not in the roads.
Coming across the top.
Call line is 290-5587. You can find that at the bottom of the screen. David Henry, greatly appreciate you calling in. All right, here we go. 1A, we have number 16 seed East Beauregard versus the number 17 Montgomery. One of them's 2-4, the other one's 3-4. We're going to start left to right. Isaac Hayes, tell me who you like in this matchup between the 16 seed and the 17 seed.
I'm going to go with Montgomery.
Took my pick, man. What's
I
up,
took
man?
your pick.
Look at that,
You got
man.
your
You
pick.
told me earlier.
You like Montgomery?
Yeah, that's what I'm going for.
Dustin, you going to tell the mic who you going for. You ain't going to tell me.
Montgomery. That's who I think got this one.
Gary?
Man, I think this is going to be a toss-up, but I'm going to go with East Bow.
East Bow.
Yeah.
Same here.
Ooh, it is getting intense in here. I guess I got to break up the tie.
Yeah, it's a
Sure
tie.
do.
Let's look at it.
East Beauregard versus Montgomery. I'm going East Beauregard at home to win this matchup. And
That's gonna be-
fellas,
should
guess
be a
what?
close game.
This will be their final win of the season. Because guess who they play next week?
Oak Grove.
Winner of this matchup will play Oak Grove. Oak Grove has the first round bye. So enjoy your last victory, whoever this is.
Unfortunately, you never know.
Yeah.
Right.
Alrighty.
Westlake.
Next matchup, we have Sam Bacon and the Basil Bearcats. They are 3-2 going against Magnolia School of Excellence. They are 1-5. It sounds like an easy pick, but you never know. Magnolia plays some good teams. Basil's hitting their stride. Who you like in this matchup?
I gotta go with Sam Bacon's Basil.
Yep.
Dustin, don't play party pooper here. Don't pull the trigger on us and say, don't do what you did like Isaac did that first night.
Yeah, my record showed too. I'm
I
just
go with
saying.
Basil.
You like Basil?
Yeah, I will go there.
I'm on Basil too.
Basil.
Basil across the board. Sam Bacon, Basil, big in this matchup. Confidence out of the roof, and they will go play Haynesville next week. And that should be a
That should be
dandy.
a dandy
Last year,
ball game.
Haynesville got knocked off by this Basil team. Gary, Keith, and Jordan, and somebody else. Dustin. Alrighty.
Yeah, but
Here's the teams that received byes in 1A. Oak Grove 1, East Iberville 2, Grand Lake 3, White Castle 4, Homer 5, Oberlin 6, Haynesville 7, and Logansport 8. We have an announcement to make. Centerville versus Tensa, that is an 11 seed versus 22 seed, and that matchup has been canceled. Tensa has forfeited, and
really,
with the COVID, Centerville moves on to the next round and will play
Oberlin.
Oberlin. So that is a early team having a forfeit in this bracket, in this 1A bracket.
yeah. I don't like seeing that. I'd rather see it on the field, but
Yeah.
gotta be safe.
But Gary, you know, I was looking at all these brackets earlier. That's one of 7 forfeit games so far.
Right.
And that is heartbreaking. You play all year and you get to that point and then all of a sudden it's taken away from you
Right.
by this pandemic.
That's
Sunday night we picked Tensa as a setup.
We
Upset.
said
game,
upset
yeah.
alert.
Yeah.
I got the
Yeah.
phone call Sunday night saying Tensa has been forfeited.
that's just. I feel for the kids. That's the thing. I mean, you know, you can say whatever you want, but I mean, it's the kids. That's just so sad.
Yep. All right, fellas, moving on to the 2A brackets. 16 seed South Plaquemines will play the 17 seed Franklin. Why we picked this matchup? Because Franklin is a local.
Yep.
Yep.
South Plaquemines versus Franklin. Both teams have 4 wins on the season. Isaac, who you like in this matchup?
Now I'm gonna go with Franklin on this one, man. I think Franklin's gonna pull it out with an upset.
Franklin.
Ooh.
Well, that's my parents' home.
I'm going, listen to this, Gary. I'm going South Plaquemines at home. They are the better football team.
I think so too. I'm gonna go with South Plaquemine.
Same here.
Keith, you going South Plaquemines?
Yes, sir.
So 3 of us went South Plaquemines, 2 of us went Franklin. Who are these 2 bozos sitting on the side of us?
Hey, they might have won. They might be the
Hey,
right one.
They might be winning.
Until next season.
Yeah.
Yep. 2A bracket, 12 seed General Trash against 21 seed Rayville. That is a great first round matchup there. General Trash having an impressive season. Rayville full of tradition over there. Who gets this win? General Trash 5 wins on the season, and Rayville 3 wins on the season.
Wow. I'm going General Trash.
Okay.
That's where I'm going as well.
Going with the general.
Yep.
General Trash?
Yes,
Oh, yeah.
sir. Same here.
General Trash across the board. All right, fellas. North Caddo is the 5 seed. They're going to play the 24 seed, 28 seed Welsh. Welsh snuck into the playoffs. Can Welsh pull the upset?
No.
No.
Nope.
Across the board?
Yep.
So everybody is picking North Caddo. Here's a great matchup. 13 seed Bunkie, 20 seed Pickering. What a great first round matchup. Bunkie, Pickering. You like Bunkie,
I like Monkey.
but Pickering been playing some good ball.
I know.
I'm gonna go Bunkie.
Bunkie?
Yeah, Bunkie.
Bunkie.
Bunky.
I'm Bunky.
Okay, we're going to take a shot. We're going to go all Bunkie here.
Don't let me down, Mikey.
Louisville comes into 2A as the 3 seed. They will take on the 30 seed Generates.
That's what we got.
That should be a one-sided affair there. Louisville, this is their first game back from COVID.
In 3 weeks.
In
First
three-
game in
yeah.
3 weeks. That might make them rusty, but I still don't see it. I think Louisville's going to roll.
Yeah, Louisville.
Has Generate played all their games? They haven't taken off.
I mean, the Hurricane wiped some stuff out.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with Louisville. I think that Red
There is about to go Generate.
Yeah. I'd have been like going, you going to generate? Okay, no, Louisville, yeah, but
Louisville.
yeah.
All right, 14 seed Rose Pine against 19 seed Northeast. Y'all like Rose Pine at home?
Yes.
Yeah.
Everybody?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's go across the board with that.
I'm in bad shape.
Why, you picked the opposite team?
11 seed Avoyos against 22 seed Oakdale. 11 seed Avoyos against 22 seed Oakdale. Which Avoyos team will we see for this playoff matchup? It seems like every week we're seeing a different Avoyos team.
Right. Who's going to show up? This game is going to be closer than anybody thinks, but I think Avoyles being at home has the edge. But Oakdale, I promise you, Oakdale's going to be up for this game. So, but I'm going Avoyles.
I'm going Avoyos myself.
Avoyles.
I think it's going to be a shootout.
Avoyles.
Keith?
Avoyles.
Dustin?
Oakdale.
Oakdale.
Me too. I'm looking Oakdale as well.
Oh man,
I'm
that's
looking
the
it
side of that. Y'all are just
Oh my.
putting it on us, man.
They go Oakdale, fellas. Kinder, 6 seed. They're going to play Delcom, a 27 seed. Delcom, good season, but you're about to run into the Yellow Jackets.
Yeah, Kinder. all the
Kinder?
way.
Kinder.
And I want to go with Delcom, but I'm gonna go with.
You wanna go with-
Kinder?
You want to go with Delcom.
My in-laws work in Delcom.
Oh,
what you
okay.
want me to
I
do,
got
man?
you.
There's some local people.
All right,
I
pick
know.
this one. 10 seed Port Allen against 23 seed Pine. Last year, Pillsbury played Pine in the first round playoff. Port Allen coming off that
Yeah.
loss to Episcopal. I think they bounced
Yeah.
back this week.
I think
Port
Port
Allen.
Allen's gonna.
Port Allen.
Port Allen.
Yeah, most definitely.
Well, let's talk about who they play next week. Winner of this game gets Faraday.
Yeah.
And the road does not get easier.
No.
No.
Faraday, yeah, that's another team that had a forfeit, that went through.
Yep.
And that's so sad to see.
East Feliciana is the second team on our list that has forfeited their first round matchup. So Faraday gets a bye and will move on to the second round of the playoffs.
Correct.
Let's go to 3A, folks. Jennings comes out on as the 1 seed. They will play ERAF first round. And you know how ERAF got into this playoff? Because teams in front of them caught COVID.
Oh, really? Oh my gosh.
This was before the playoffs got set.
I didn't realize that.
So I have my y'all pick the Jennings ERAF game. I'm going Jennings, and then pick the St. James Abbeville game, and I'm gonna let you know about that. About what they said about ERAF.
All right. I'm going Jennings.
Yeah, Jennings is the. If Iraq
Yeah.
only got in there by the skin of their teeth,
Right.
I don't think they're gonna make it 4.
I think it's going to be very ugly.
6-0 skip.
I think it's going to be very, very ugly.
Jennings.
Jennings.
Jennings
All right.
said too.
All right. You got Jennings too, right, Jordy?
Yes, sir.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. Now you said St. James and Abbeville.
Yeah.
Well, I hate to say this, but Abbeville, as much as you close, out here, St. James all the way. I think St. James is too much. Going to be way too much
Yeah, I
for
got
them.
St. James
Yeah.
as well.
St. James.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with St.
Yeah.
James as well.
Who was the matchup?
St. James.
St.
and
James and Abbeville.
St. James for me.
Okie doke.
It says, Gary,
Mm-hmm.
you can repeat this over there?
What you got?
Sometimes you just have to sit back and embrace the beauty and how life works out.
Sometimes you have to just sit back and embrace the beauty and how life works out. That is awesome.
We've gone from our players, especially seniors, being told that their regular season is over.
We've
And
gone from, you're gonna have to repeat it because you done messed me up. Say it again.
Just take it over there.
Yeah, a little bit at a time.
Gary came off the desk.
No, I can't, but you're giving me a book before her to read.
Sometimes you just have to sit back and embrace the beauty and how life works out. This is ERAF's post on Sunday. We've gone from our players, especially seniors, being told that their regular season is over and seen to be 5 spots out of the playoffs, to getting the announcement this morning that we are in. We are beyond grateful for this opportunity of a lifetime to play against Jennings. To be the best, you have to beat the best. We embrace that opportunity for the first round playoff game at Jennings. Thank you to everyone for your continued support. So ERAF, 5 spots out going into Sunday. You just don't get in that way when you're that far out.
No, and that was a great quote and great comment that they had. But, getting into the playoffs and then going against the number 1 seed, man, that's going to be, I'm glad for them, but I think it's going to be
They have to go to 2 Jennings.
I think it's going to be ugly.
But what a.
But-
I'm picking Jennings all the way. Don't get me wrong, but what a Cinderella story, movie book finish. You get what I'm saying?
Oh, if that would happen,
that would
that would
happen.
be awesome.
Yeah.
I say it would be awesome. It would be a nightmare for Jennings, but I mean, it would be.
Well, look at the Cinderella story Jennings had last year.
Right.
They won 3 playoff games by 1 point.
Right, exactly.
Wow.
That's true. I mean, they had there was a reverse last year.
Yep. All right. Madison Prep with that talented quarterback. They are the 9 seed. They're going to play Bogalusa first round. Madison Prep roll big in this matchup.
Yeah,
Yeah.
most definitely.
Okay. Everybody likes Madison Prep.
Yeah.
12 seed Sterlington against 21 seed West Feliciana. Can West Feliciana pull the upset here?
No, I think Sterlington's going to be a little too strong for them, and they're playing at home. I'm going with Sterlington.
Sterling.
Well, y'all ain't more over there. Y'all just saying names.
We gotta get to the center of the table.
Yeah.
Cool.
Doing no research while I'm doing this.
13 seed Carroll against 20 seed Bruley. Does Bruley pull the upset?
No.
We got a no here. He's going Carroll.
I'm gonna go with the upset.
I think Bruley's going to be strong, but I think Carroll's going to be.
You going upset, Dustin?
Yep.
First time we'd agree, brother. I'm going Bruley also.
I'm gonna go Carroll, man. I think Carroll.
We know you was.
Hey,
You go with majority of the favor.
Not always.
Not all the time.
not always.
Battling Bears are the 4 seed. They will take on 29 seed Mansfield. It's actually a tougher matchup for Church Point
Right.
than what they expected. They're going to play some athletes first round. So can Church Point get out of their home opener against Mansfield?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I think Church Point's going to be too strong. They're Church Point's going. I'm telling you, Church Point's going to make a run.
We're going to take care of Carroll
Yeah.
for sure.
Most definitely.
All right. Which team will take on Lake Charles College Prep next week? It is 14 seed South Beauregard. It is 19 seed Iowa. Who wins this matchup and goes have a date with Lake Charles College Prep next week?
Iowa.
Iowa.
Really?
First
Whoa.
upset. Second upset?
I agree.
Iowa. Third upset? Iowa. South Beauregard?
South Bow.
Iowa.
Oh, 4-1, Gary.
South Bow. South Bow's playing some good ball. I think Iowa's going to keep it tough, but I think South Bow's going to pull it through at home.
4-1 there.
Then Lake Charles College Prep will just humiliate them. That's pretty much it.
I agree. St. Martinville versus Kaplan should be an instant classic here. Kaplan is playing their best football late into the season. It is the 10 seed St. Martinville Tigers. It is the 23 seed Kaplan Pirates. Isaac Hayes, who wins this matchup?
And it is St. Martinville. I'm going to go with St. Martinville. St. Martinville's been playing some good ball this year.
right?
Yeah, they are.
Dustin, I know you're thinking hard about this one. I know you don't want to get this one wrong.
I'm gonna go with St. Martinville.
Oh, Dustin, St.
I don't
Martinville.
know, it's just tough.
It's a tough pick because they're close
Yeah.
together.
They're,
It's like a
they're
rival.
playing some good ball.
Yeah,
Both teams are playing good ball, but I think
Look, the
St.
only reason I'm
Martinville.
going to say St. Martinville, they're home.
Right.
They're at home, but will the crowd affect the outcome of the game as well? So
Yeah.
That's going to be interesting.
Who you got?
I got some St.
the
Martinville.
crowd's going to be
Yeah.
so on.
St. Martinville. We're going to go St. Martinville across the board. I think too much athletes at the end of the day playing at home will be the difference.
Oh, Iowa's. Ooh, that's going to be bad.
McDonough 35 is the 15 seed. They will take on the 18 seed Booker T. Washington. What a matchup here in the first round.
He play Newman. That's a good team. That is a good team.
Don't let that rating tell you anything. Booker T. Washington played Newman and gave them everything they wanted. I'm going Booker T. Sorry.
You like Booker T?
I like Booker T.
Who you like, Isaac?
I like Booker T as well.
Oh,
Booker T.
I agree, Booker T.
oh. Booker T for y'all four, and I'm going McDonough 35.
All right.
Listen to it.
All right.
Put it in your head. 'Cause I'll call you Friday night.
Don't worry.
Say, man.
He's going to be there standing there.
Man, McDonough 35 lost, man. That's what I'm gonna call you and say. I gotta try to find some separation from
That's
y'all.
right,
Y'all
man.
keep picking with me. All righty, moving on to 4A. Karen Crow drew the number 1 seed. Edna Carr drew the number 2 seed. Karen Crow, you might as well put them to the next round because Woodlawn and Shreveport is out.
Yeah.
With COVID, Karen Crow gets a first round bye. So here, I wanna ask you a question. You might be able to answer this. Y'all might be able to answer this. I don't know if this has ever happened in the public school rankings. Karen Crow did not play week 1. Automatic bye to round 2, okay?
Right.
Right.
They await the winner of DeRidder and Lakeshore. So here's my question to you. If Lakeshore wins this matchup, does Karen Crow have to go on the road week 2? Because 17 seed wins, automatic home game for them. 16 seed wins, Karen Crow plays at home.
No, because Karen Crow's number 1 seed.
Doesn't matter.
Not, it
Sev-
really don't. That's
17 seed wins, then the home game is for Lakeshore.
Really?
Yeah.
So wait, how they do it?
true. Well, I'll be honest with you.
So since they have a bye, do
Yeah.
they get their home game back?
I don't think so. Well, they have
I
a
wouldn't
asterisk.
think
They have the asterisk right here. They have the star on it already. So that tells me that might be the case.
It might follow.
Yeah.
the
But
Karen Crow.
yeah, but because that's their first game. I'll be honest with you. I'm gonna tell you straight up. I don't care which one wins. I think Karen Crow's gonna roll. That's just I've watched, looked at the rear, looked at Lakeshore. I think Karen Crow's playing some outstanding ball right now, even though they came off that loss. You know, I think I'm gonna
Everybody's got a bad week.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not.
I'm gonna pick the Ritter only because they're at home, and that's what I think. But I mean, I don't think it's gonna matter for the second round. I really don't.
I think the Ritter's gonna win it too.
Yeah.
So the Ritter versus Lakeshore, 16-17 seed. Last week, Cecilia beat the Ritter 21-3. Keep that in mind. Can Lakeshore go down to the Ritter and win this game? That's a long
That's a long
road
way.
trip.
Oh, yeah.
So who y'all like?
I'm going
I think.
Lake Shore.
Oh my God.
He's gonna blow us all out the water. What?
I like DeRitter. All right, number 9 seed Huntington against the 24 seed Livonia, and the Wildcats go to Shreveport at Independence Stadium and win this game.
No.
I think Huntington's a really good 4A team.
Yeah.
Didn't Livonia lose against Beau Bridge?
Oh
last
yeah,
week?
well, I mean just tell the whole world.
I'm just saying.
You know Grant is watching. Grant ain't gonna be happy with you, Ozzy guys. This is team. Alrighty, moving along. 13 seed Westgate against 20 seed Assumption. Westgate against Assumption. Does Westgate get the win at home?
Yes.
After a close game with Karen Crow a week ago.
Right. Yes.
Westgate gets it.
Yeah, go Westgate.
Going with Assumption.
We have Assumption back here, guys.
No, man. That's all right. That's going.
What's his name?
Did you feel the love on that, man? That's how he's just loving
I'm
you
gonna
to
tell you
death
something
today.
about Dustin. I played 4 years of fantasy football with this guy. He picks a play, and I'm like, Dustin, what? He goes, watch. This guy has won the championship out of my league 4 out of the 5 years. I'm just saying. So
3 seed Tioga. Dustin, I bet you don't pick Rain.
No.
Come on, man. That's around your area.
If Josh Shrink was there.
How do I say that? I'm loyal, but I'm not stupid, right?
I ain't that dumb.
3 seed Tioga against 30 seed Rain. Rain sneaking into the playoffs, but they draw the 3 seed first round. I don't know how good Tioga really is to be a 3 seed. So I think you got to keep an eye on this one Friday night.
Oh man, that
Had a 6-1
I don't know.
record. So,
Pull it up again.
6-1. Oh yeah, I think Tioga's gonna.
6-1 record with their schedule strength of 1.2 right there. You see who they played.
Go to schedule.
Oh, I'll go straight down. I follow, looking through all the scores. and
Oh,
all that.
okay. They beat the Ritter
North DeSoto and Salmon
14-3.
should be a decent game.
What's that?
North DeSoto and Salmon.
Yeah. I picked North. It's gonna be a close one, but I picked North DeSoto.
Lost to Brother Martin by 2 touchdowns.
Andrew Walker.
Well, the Martin's pretty well. It used to be decent.
Yeah, you're right.
Gary Swallow,
Yes.
it is my first upset of the week. I am going Rain.
Really?
Oh no.
Everybody else, Tioga. Some 30 seed is going to
Did he drink
win.
a strong one before he came out here, huh?
Might have.
Some 30 seed always wins.
Some.
Yeah,
Yeah.
a 2-hour nap.
Some 30 seed always wins, right?
All right. Hey, yeah.
Who's going to shock us this week?
I don't know.
11 seed Cecilia against 22 seed Landry Walker. Let's go, Landry Walker.
I don't know, but they might.
I don't know. Landry Walker's going to be tough, but I think Steve's going to come out on top.
Upset City, baby. Sam Bacon, call my phone. I got a question for you about a playoff matchup.
See what I pick, right? There you go.
Did you just pick Landry Walker?
oh, damn.
Landry Walker.
You know, I'm
You pick Landry Walker. Cecilia?
Cecilia.
Cecilia.
Welcome, bro.
I'm going Cecilia.
Upset, bro.
Upset. He likes Landry Walker, folks.
They're always tough, though. Landry Walker's always pretty tough, but I think. Oh, Warren Hastings and Bro. Oh, yeah.
Folks, it is state runner-ups from a year ago. Warren Easton. They are the 6th seed. They are going against.
On Bro.
They are going against the 27 seed Brobridge Tigers. I think Brobridge might have a shot here, Gary.
no.
I know you've been drinking, boy.
Mexico might have.
Oh, no. Warren Easton's it's gonna be ugly.
It's going to be Warren Easton core in the semis.
Oh yeah, that could be that. Yeah.
Let's
Warren
say it
Easton.
like this: I'm pulling for the Tigers, but they're not gonna win.
Write down.
You can write it down.
You want me to write down, Bro Bridge?
No, write down Warren Easton.
You want, how they say, you want the Tigers to win, but they're not.
If they do win, I'll be pleasantly happy.
You already know mine, not Bro
We're
Bridge.
going to Bourbon if they win. We're going to Bourbon if they
I
win.
don't have to. I can go to Dustin's, but I don't drink.
I don't drink much.
Last year, this matchup was final score Bastrop 8, Eunice 7.
Right.
What a first round matchup that was. Guess what? They meet again in the first round, and Eunice has payback on their minds. Eunice is the 10 seed, Bastrop is the 23 seed. Does Eunice get knocked out of the playoffs once again by the same team, or does Eunice pay back and get their revenge after a year-long wait?
That's gonna be
Boy, y'all quiet.
Bastrop, that's what I'm going
I'm
with.
going with Bastrop too. I
Good
just
damn.
Eunice.
I'm going with Bastrop.
Cool.
Just because Eunice got their behinds handed to them last week.
That's okay.
They're
I
gonna-
think they're gonna come back with a vengeance.
They got They got humble last week. They're gonna come back with a
Yeah.
vengeance. I like Eunice myself. Boy, we're gonna have picks all
Wow.
over tonight.
Well, we're gonna be spread out all over the place.
Moving along to 5A,
I have
Yeah.
it.
making our picks.
You want to do it in the car, man? In the car,
That's
gone.
everybody probably across the table right there.
I know y'all ain't picking that in the car to win, huh?
Oh, they going to the dome, brother. It's gonna be in the car and Karen Crow in the
I don't
dome.
know anything about them.
The Strummers gonna win. I know that one.
Oh, it's Struma.
Yeah,
5A,
It's normally pretty good.
yeah.
number 1 seed Acadiana Wrecking Rams are trying for a repeat, but they got some matchups ahead in their near future.
Down, yeah.
I think they get past the first 2 weeks, and then I think it gets interesting. I think your quarterfinal, semifinal matchups is going to be 4 quarters of football, and I think if they get back to the dome, I think it's going to be another instant classic. Acadiana starts their quest for the repeat. They will take on 32 seed Covington. Tell me why, Dustin Hale, Acadiana gets upset against Covington.
Upset.
Tell me why you like Acadiana to lose this matchup.
There he goes drinking again. You might want to wake him up.
The strong stuff, man. He must be that moonshine, man. God.
I think Acadiana wins by at least 3 touchdowns.
3 touchdowns?
Oh, I think it's gonna be worse than that. I think.
But I said at least now.
Yeah, I think it's
Now,
gonna
it
be
depends on the
worse.
weather. I mean, if it's pouring down rain, we already
Yeah.
talked about that earlier.
Yeah.
It's a whole different game, but still by 3.
You like Covington?
oh, I'm going to Acadiana.
Go
Acadiana?
against me.
Gary, that's your team.
No, it's just
Indiana, baby.
That's your team,
The
Gary.
Wrecking Rams.
Acadiana?
Wrecking Rams.
I'm going Acadiana also.
Feel
It's a
the
rim,
vid.
always a rim.
Like we talked today earlier, we're hoping for that Acadiana Mandeville quarterfinal. And we're also hoping for either Ponchatoula, Ruston, or Destrehan in the semis. Can see some great football.
Right.
Yep. All righty. Who's going to play Acadiana next week? East Ascension is the 16 seed. Captain Shreve is the 17 seed. Who wins that matchup?
What's
I'll
their
say East
record?
Ascension.
Yeah, I'm thinking East Ascension too.
Yeah, they're playing at home and they're tight. I'm pushing towards East Ascension myself.
Well, wouldn't you know it that Captain Shreve win this game and Acadiana would have to travel? That would be their luck as much as they
Yeah,
travel
yeah.
this year.
Yeah, you're right.
I'm going Captain Shreve, Gary.
Oh, really? Go ahead.
I'm an East Ascension.
Gary?
I'm going East Ascension.
9 seed Lafayette against 24 seed East Jefferson. We called upset alert Sunday, or is Lafayette still on upset alert?
I don't think so. I think Lafayette's going to come back and play.
Think so?
Yeah.
I think Lafayette wins.
Lafayette?
Lafayette.
Keith?
Lafayette.
I think Lafayette wins. I think they got a good shot to win. And we already all picked Mandeville.
Mandeville, right.
So Mandeville, Lafayette next week. Hang on to your britches, folks.
Lafayette have to travel to Mandeville.
I know you like this matchup. 13 seed Ruston, 20 seed Hineville. Who wins this matchup? Ruston seems like the team to make a run in 5A. But Hineville is no joke. They are a premium powerhouse there, always making runs to the dome. As Ruston continue their quest for a state championship, or does Hineville spoil it at Grambling Stadium?
What's their record, Hunville?
5-3. Strength of schedule was like a negative 1.1.
So that
Well, Hineville lost to Destrehan last week by 13 points.
and I can't see Ruston losing to them. I think Ruston.
Ruston's 5-2 with a strength of schedule of 15.7.
That's what I'm saying. Though. Ruston.
Their losses came one of them to Acadiana.
Right.
So
Right.
And Catholic of Baton Rouge.
there you go.
Yeah.
Two of the best teams in the state.
We all like Ruston?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Most definitely.
Zachary starts their quest to get back to the title game. Finally, we see Zachary not falling on the same side of the bracket as Acadiana. The last 2 years, they fell on the same
know.
side of the bracket. Zachary is the 3 seed taking on Airline. So Zachary should win this game handily, huh?
Handle it's very easy.
definitely.
Yes.
All right. District foes here between New Iberia and Southside. They meet again. 14 seed New Iberia, 19 Southside. You got to keep an eye on Southside not having their quarterback out for the
Right.
year. Who you like in this matchup?
New Iberia.
You like New Iberia?
Yeah.
Yeah.
If they had the quarterback,
If Southside had their quarterback, I would pick Southside.
Had a
but
6-2
without,
New Iberia.
Yeah.
who you like, Isaac?
Man, I don't know why. Southside's just sticking out to me.
Well, they had a tougher schedule.
Yeah.
I'll go ahead and go with Southside.
Keep.
Let's go with us.
New Iberia.
Okay.
So.
They're a quarterback. The Southside's a quarterback-driven team.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
And I'm gonna tell you that they were a real good, strong. Tell you what, Coach Wano, he has done some stuff over there, man. He came
they
in.
haven't been. The season hasn't. They haven't had a stretch. You know, they've only been as a football team short, not long.
What, this is their second or third year.
Yeah.
It's not
only
far.
the past couple years.
I think it's only their second year as varsity sports.
Yeah.
So I mean, oh my God, he's doing such a good job over there. But man, that entry to his quarterback that killed him.
Yeah. All righty. 11 seed Hawton against 22 seed Live Oak. Can Live Oak go down the road and beat Hawton this week?
Nope.
No.
Everybody like Hawton?
Right.
Okay. 7 seed Central Baton Rouge, 26 seed Pineville. A lot of people saying this Central team can make a run.
This Central team is going to be strong. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
10 seed West Monroe against 23 seed Chalmette. Buddy of mine wanted me to pick this game because he is alma mater at Chalmette. So we're going to pick this game.
Man, I'm gonna tell you, how did West Monroe get to be a 10 seed? I'm like going, I don't know how that is, because I mean, I guess it's because I'm used to the tradition and everything like that. But I think West Monroe is gonna be way too strong.
Definitely West Monroe.
West Monroe,
West Monroe.
just the
Everybody like
tradition's
Monroe.
gonna beat them.
Oh, yeah.
Woodlawn of Baton Rouge, coached by Marcus Randall, former LSU football player.
That's true.
Will play East St. John in the first round. Woodlawn only lost to Catholic of Baton Rouge by 7.
Oh wow.
It might be a sleeper team.
I got cheated.
I think whoever wins this matchup can also win the second round matchup.
Yeah. It might be a little sleeper team coming in there.
You said West.
I'm gonna go with West Woodlawn.
You like Woodlawn?
Yeah.
Yeah, me too.
I like Woodlawn myself. Y'all?
I have to go with y'all, man.
You like us?
Woodlawn.
Isaac?
Man,
think he likes that East St. John.
Yeah, man. I'm
Because of only that one loss, but their schedule wasn't that strong. So
You like that East St. John?
yeah, let's go with East St. John.
All righty. Moving along to Division 1, folks. Brother Martin draws the 1 seed. Scotlandville draws the 2 seed.
Bird.
So let's pick the games that they would play this week. St. Paul's 8 seed against Jesuit, the 9 seed. Who gets to play Brother Martin? I like
Now, that's St.
Jesuit.
Paul's.
I'm going Jesuit,
I'm
folks.
gonna go Jesuit. as
I'm
well,
with
bro.
you on that. I think the tradition. I think it's gonna be close. I'm gonna go Jesuit.
Jesuit across the board.
Okay.
Yeah.
What about you, Dustin?
It's a
I'm,
9 seed and
St.
they're
Paul.
playing at home.
You like St.
They're
Paul?
gonna have to go to Brother Martin, so they're gonna lose there. But it's
Yeah.
what it
The
is.
only one that went St. Paul's was Dustin.
Okay.
John Curtis is the 7 seed. You don't hear that often.
No.
No.
Archbishop Saul is the 10. Does John Curtis end their season
Nope.
with 5 losses this year?
No. Curtis is gonna win this game.
Curtis is gonna take
Can
it.
Curtis go all the way to the Dome?
No. I think honestly, I think Scotlandville is gonna. I think Scotlandville can take them out.
So everybody likes Curtis?
But yeah, Curtis I think is gonna win this one.
You know what? I think I'm gonna go with Archbishop Shaw. I'm gonna throw out King and Cobb.
Oh,
hey,
wow.
hey, I throw a kink with rain.
Yeah.
I just feel that they've already John Curtis already changed coach already. Or was that was
No, that's Evangel.
Evangel changed coach.
Yeah. No, this is John T. Curtis.
We're about to pick them.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna say with Archbishop
All right.
Shaw. Just I don't know. There's something funny about that.
Division 2, folks. De La Salle draws the 1 seed. St. Thomas More draws the 2 seed. So those 2 teams will not play this week. They will wait till the first week of December to play. Who's going to play De La Salle? Winner of this game plays De La Salle. You got Turlings Catholic is the 8 seed. They're going to play Thomas Jefferson, the 9 seed. Thomas Jefferson is 5-3. Turlings is 4-4.
I'm gonna go with Thomas Jefferson.
Thomas
too.
Jefferson?
Nothing against
Sterling struggled a lot this
Oh,
year.
shit.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with Turlings.
The baseball team is a different story.
Who
I
you like,
think-
Isaac?
Thomas Jefferson.
Okay.
I think I'm gonna do like you. I think I'm gonna go with Turtles.
I'm gonna go with Turlings.
Shit. Alrighty. University Lab against Evangel. That sounds like a state championship matchup.
Yeah.
If it ain't this year.
Back in the day, that would have been, but this year it's gonna be ULab's gonna. I cannot believe this, but Evangel is 0
And 7.
and 7. They're gonna finish their year, in my eyes, 0 and 8. I have never seen Evangel go winless. And
And
you
I think
know,
the only reason
oh my
they're
God,
I think the only reason they're in the playoffs is because they only got 14 teams.
right? That's it. That's it.
Correct.
But they have not won a game.
Wow.
Southern Lab. Listen to me. University Lab.
Yep.
Yeah.
Y'all like ULab?
I'll definitely.
I can't believe we're picking against
7
them.
seed Parkview Baptist against 10 seed St. Louis. Winner of this gets St. Thomas More.
Parkview Baptist.
Yeah, Parkview
Yes.
Baptist.
Parkview.
There's gonna be a good game, Parkview Baptist and St. Thomas More.
West team's gonna roll them balls.
Yeah, St. Thomas More. Parkview couldn't slow down Madison Prep. I don't think they can slow down St. Thomas More.
Right.
No way.
Division 3, folks. Catholic and New Iberia hitting their stride at the right time. They will play Menard first round. Winner of this gets Newman. If you remember correctly, Catholic and New Iberia is the one that took out Newman last year.
Right. I think they're gonna do it again this year. I think New Iberia's.
New Iberia.
D?
Yeah, I'm afraid this is gonna Catholic. No, Iberia's gonna win.
Okay. Ascension Episcopal is the 6th seed. They taking on Northlake Christian. Does Ascension Episcopal win this game?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I think it's
Yep.
going to be. I think it's going to be one-sided. I think
It's
Ascension.
unusual that the higher seed's got to travel to the lower seed, but that's different.
Moving along to Division 4, folks. Southern Lab against Opelousas Catholic. Had a couple people tell me earlier today, don't count out Opelousas Catholic in this game. They're healthy at the right places, and they can defend the spread with their corners. If it's a team that runs the wing T or smash mouth football, then they would be worried, but they feel confident against the spread.
That lab's gonna win.
I think Southern Lab's going to beat OC.
Southern Lab.
Southern Lab.
I wish OC all the best, but I think Southern Lab's going to be too strong for them.
Yeah, I like Southern Lab in this matchup also. Riverside Academy against St. Ed's. What a great season St. Ed's has had. I'm afraid he might come up short in the first round, though, against a talented Riverside team.
Right. I think Riverside's going to be too strong for them.
Riverside.
Keith, who you like?
Riverside.
Okay. Dustin?
St. Ed.
There's a wrench. VC,
Trying to make an upset going happen.
Vermilion Catholic, quest for a state championship begins against St. Frederick. We all like VC.
Yes. And the defending champ, Washington Christian is ranked
Been upset.
third.
Yes.
Oh my God.
Catholic of Poincapie versus Sacred Heart. That is an 8-9 seed. That is a rematch from earlier in the year. Those two teams played and it came down to a pick six for the win. Will we have fireworks once again in this matchup? Can Sacred Heart upset Catholic of Poincapie this go around? This game was supposed to go to overtime.
Right.
I'm gonna go with Sacred Heart.
Isaac goes Sacred Heart. He says, screw you, Grant.
We'll go with Catholic.
Catholic of Poincapie.
Same. Catholic point compete.
I like Catholic of Poincapie myself. I picked against them last week and it burned me. Can't do it this week.
I don't think it's going to be as close a game, though.
No.
I think it'll be tight, but I think Poincapie's going to.
Folks, that is our game picks from this week. Let's go back to the 1A brackets and let's pick some state championship matchups.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to start off with mine and we can go around the building. I like Oak Grove versus Haynesville in the state championship, Gary.
Man, that.
And if Basil is watching, I'm still rooting for
sorry.
you to win next week.
Man, I'm gonna tell you that looks good to me too. I think
Yeah,
I think Oak Grove. I think Haynesville can do that because I think they can get through East Iberville. Yeah. Oh yeah, most definitely. I'm with you.
Yeah, because none of the other schools are
Yeah.
really in the competition.
Well, look, West St. John's on the top. Logan Sport, Homer,
Sport, Homer,
White
yeah.
Castle, they all fell on the top of the bracket.
Yeah, well, that's. I still think Oak Grove is gonna.
Oak Grove.
Yeah.
and Haynesville.
Haynesville. Yeah, I agree.
Dustin,
I'll definitely agree with that one.
which one you like? Y'all like Haynesville, Oak Grove? Okay. Class 2A. I like Mangum. Where we at? Mangum versus. Oh my. Do I go with who I want?
I know who I want.
Do I say Lowerville versus Manny, or do I be realistic?
Be realistic.
Mangum versus Manny state championship game.
Yeah, me too.
You like that?
I like that. I think that's going to happen.
Key?
Yeah.
Manny's been doing really good, and like I said, they've been on top. I think they're going to really.
Mangum versus Manny, 1 seed versus 2 seed. And that could very well flip from
Yeah,
Manny to
right.
Faraday.
Correct.
Oh, easy.
Yeah, easy.
Yeah,
but
easy.
See, that's what I was thinking. I was thinking Manny versus Faraday. That's
well,
what
they're
I
on the
was
same side of the bracket, huh?
Yeah,
Or is it-
no.
No, let's see. Where
Manny's
is
top finish.
Oh, no, Faraday's on right there. Faraday's right there. Yeah, okay.
Faraday's
Yeah.
6 and 1.
And they got a bye, too.
I
That's
say Manning and Faraday.
Yeah.
Manny and Faraday right here.
Manny and Faraday.
Isaac?
Yeah, I'll go with the same thing because that was the first
That
thing
could
came up.
that
Those
could
two
easily
schools.
happen. That could easily happen.
Okay, Class 3A. I am going Lake Charles College Prep against Madison Prep, Gary. I know everybody's going to be different on this one.
Man, I don't know about this. Let's see.
I'm going to go Lutcher versus Lake Charles College.
Oh, you getting Lutcher as a 17 seed
Yeah.
versus who?
College Prep.
Lake
College Prep's
Charles.
going to win it, but I just think it's a possibility.
Okay. Dustin?
I'm looking at the seeds.
Sunday
Yeah.
you said Jennings.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
That's one team that's
Yeah.
going to be there. I'm saying Jennings is going to be
Yeah.
there.
Versus
I'm
who?
with you, Sam.
Man, that's going to be a good one.
I think Jennings and Lake
let's go
Charles
with,
College Prep. I think.
That's probably what's going to
Yeah.
happen, but
Yeah.
Union Parish. Let's go with them.
Woo.
Whoa.
That's playing
Oh,
North.
Union Paris, yeah.
Okay.
That's a good matchup.
I'm going Jennings and Lake Charles College Prep.
Okay.
I'm gonna do that.
Isaac?
I'm on the side of Lake Charles College Prep. It's just at the top of the bracket. I'm torn between Church Point and Jennings right there. Because if Gary says the same, if he said Church Point, look out at that's a possibility. But my first pick will probably be Jennings, and second will be Church Point.
Right. Yeah, because I think Jennings and Church Point are gonna meet in the semis, and I think Jennings by that time, I think Jennings is gonna be a little bit too strong. But hey,
Top three.
I'm with you on
And
that.
the top 3 seeds for sure. That's
Yeah.
going to be some games to watch.
Like I
Yeah,
said, I
oh,
don't have
it's-
no doubt on
Any one of the top 3,
yeah.
Right.
that's going to be
That-
good to watch.
It's gonna be a good ball game all the way around for all the way up to that 1, 2, 3. Ooh, now this one here.
4A bracket.
We already discussed
That's
this.
it.
I like Karen Crow versus Carr. I've been saying it since week one.
You have, but that's true. I got to give you that. And I agree with you too. I think it's gonna be the Crow and the Car.
Let me see. Car's going to be there. That's what I picked
Yeah.
them. And
Acadiana top.
Top half of the bracket
I'm going to go
though.
with Neville.
Neville?
Neville?
Yeah, I think I'm going to go with Neville.
Very well.
That,
They can
well,
be back.
yeah, that
thought
could.
about Neville.
Yeah, I looked at them. They at the bottom of that
Gave them
first
as an
half.
upset Sunday,
Yeah.
Saturday, Sunday.
Wow. Okay, that's a possibility too. But I'm gonna
Sure
go
is.
with the Crow and Car.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Gary on that one. I think Edna Carr's gonna be there, and just, if Karen Crow can get their game together, that's gonna be a good.
5A. I like Acadiana versus Zachary in the state championship game.
Yep, I like that one.
I'm with you. I've been.
I
There's
don't know why John Eric's even there.
something about Zachary, man. That's just
Yeah.
them getting in there, and I think
Zachary should
Acadiana's
be
rolling. So, yep, I'm with you.
And,
I don't see no other way.
well, I mean, I see you.
I don't
I
see.
mean, West Monroe or Zachary, but I guess I lean more towards Zachary.
Okay.
And Acadiana,
Well-
of course.
I'm with you on West Monroe. I think West Monroe will make a stink, but I think Zachary's got it going.
Yeah, I think they're going to probably pull it off.
Yeah.
But them
But-
two is going to meet them.
Right. I will tell you, that's my first pick is Zachary and Acadiana. My second one would be West Monroe and
Yeah.
Acadiana. That's how I would be. Because man, that's God. That's just boy, isn't this fun?
Oh, great.
Division One state championship picks. I'm going under the radar here, and I'm going to pick the two top seeds because I want to see somebody different get there. I'm going Brother Martin and
That's
Scotlandville in the state championship game. We see Rummel, Catholic BR, John Curtis there every year. How about these two? Let them go at
Yeah.
it for a year.
Man, it's hard to say on that. I think I'm with you, Jordy, but man, Bird, and then you got Rummel and Catholic of Baton Rouge. I think the winner of the Rummel and Catholic of Baton Rouge game
We'll be there.
has a good shot of being there, but I just don't know if they can beat Brother Martin. That's just because they're gonna beat up on each other.
What's left of it
Yeah.
afterwards is what's gonna get.
Yeah. So I'm gonna go Brother Martin and, like you said, Scotlandville.
Yeah.
What about y'all, fellas?
Catholic Baton Rouge and Scotlandville.
That's a good pick, man. I like that. But that's my number 2.
It's hard to go against John Curtis. though.
That is.
I mean, because Brother
It is.
Martin, but man, I'm not
Curtis is just not right this year, man. You know, although I gotta give it, they've been playing competitive ball, and they go out and get decent. So they might wake up and spank us all, you know, in our picks.
Well, when I first saw it, I was thinking John Curtis and Brother Martin, but when I started looking at it, I was just Catholic Baton Rouge is strong, and I think Scotlandville is pretty good as well.
Either way it go, Division One is wide open.
Yep.
I'm gonna say John Curtis.
I know who this one is.
Division Two, De La Salle and St. Thomas More for the state championship game.
Can we just go straight to the
Yeah,
state championship?
yeah. That's just, I honestly think that's what's gonna happen.
STM's gonna be.
Until LCA gets bumped up into that division, it'll be those three.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Division Three. I'm going Lafayette Christian Academy against Notre Dame in
Ooh,
the
that would be a
state
good-
championship.
That'd be a good game.
Honestly, that's a possibility.
This throws us for a loop right here.
Yeah, this one right here.
That's a state championship.
That's a state championship game right there. I think Notre Dame can beat St. Charles. I'm gonna go with that too. I think Lafayette Christian is gonna beat Newman in the semis,
See, that's what I'm.
and I think Notre Dame is gonna beat St. Charles in the semis, and it's gonna be Lafayette Christian and Notre Dame, and Lafayette Christian is gonna spank them again.
Newman and LCA. It's gonna be offense defense
Oh,
kind of
yeah.
game.
Yeah, that's gonna be. Ooh.
LCA got a great defense. Newman got
Yeah.
that passing
New-
offense.
and Newman got that
LCA
passing
got the two
offense.
safeties that
That yeah,
I just wanna see Arch Manning against LCA's defense.
if that game is out
But,
over here, I don't care where it's at. I think I'm going to that game.
Good luck getting in, huh?
Yeah,
With this 25%.
If I can find somebody that got connections.
I'm gonna go with Notre Dame too.
I think it's
But,
gonna be Lafayette.
Notre Dame and Newman, I guess I have to go out.
Notre Dame.
LCA, I like them too, so it's hard to pick.
Well, I mean, it's gonna be.
One.
Well, let's stay local. I'm gonna go with LCA being local,
just
so
schedule-
local.
Yeah.
So
I think LCA does make it. It just suits their opponent.
Division 4. Who
Both of them two teams are good.
Man, I'm gonna be
go
honest
That's
with
easy,
you.
Gary.
That's gonna be simple. I think Calvary Baptist and VC.
Yeah.
No, I'm gonna go with the Riverside.
which one?
Well,
Riverside. I'm gonna go VC and Calvary.
Watch you talk Christian right there.
Oh, wait a minute. That's true. Wait a minute. Where you at?
Right there.
That's on the south side.
That's on the VC side.
That's on the VC side. Okay, I'm scratching that. I love this, but I gotta go with
Watch
that.
you talk Christian.
Division
Calvary
4, your state championship projections is a Ouachita Christian versus Calvary Baptist.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Washington Christian. That's just. I'm sorry. I forgot all about them. Wait a minute.
You were all.
I was all washed up.
No, you can't leave them in. Catholic
No,
got it there
I'm
too.
putting
though.
them
No,
Catholic
I
in
think VC's good, but I don't think they're better than Washington Christian.
And I'm gonna put Calvary Baptist and the main Catholic. That's what I,
Man, I'm gonna change that too. I think Dominican Catholic's good too.
Fellas, we have come to the conclusion here. Let's look to next week's Division III matchup, Division I matchup, and 1A matchup. Lafayette Christian versus Episcopal. How excited are y'all for that round 2 matchup?
I'm excited about that. I think that's going to be a good ball game, but I still think Lafayette Christian is gonna, I hate to say it, gonna dominate and win that game easily.
What about Catholic of Baton Rouge versus Archbishop Rummel? That is a repeat of the state championship game from a year ago.
The way Catholic Baton Rouge is playing right now,
Yeah.
Rummel's got their hands full.
Rummel is going to make it a contest, but
I think Romo's probably going to pull it off.
really,
I'm going Catholic Baton Rouge.
I'm thinking Catholic of Baton Rouge.
And 1A Oberlin and Centerville.
Oberlin.
Yeah. Oberlin.
Yeah, Oberlin.
Starting left to right, Isaac, any final words for our viewers?
It'll be an interesting week of playoffs. As I said, there's a lot of good games out there. I think there's gonna be they're gonna be majority blowouts, but I think there's gonna be some tip for taps on a lot of them.
Where are you going to be at when you're finding out these scores on Friday? What you got going on Friday?
No youth service or anything, so probably at my house. Getting ready to go hunting for Saturday morning, so yeah. I know what you're gonna be doing.
What's some last words for you?
It's going to be fun. I can't wait for it to all take its part where it needs to go and watch Acadiana continue on to the next road and the next road and
Yeah.
All the way down.
it's going to be a fun week. That's what I say. It's the weather is going to be crazy. I'm thinking it's going to be raining, so
Yeah, you
it's
gotta
going to
watch out for
change
that.
a lot of stuff. Everybody just be careful out there. It could change a whole game right there. Just how the weather comes down here.
Yeah. Well,
Gary, final words?
I'm gonna hopefully be trying to find a game somewhere. I think Friday we may be in down the road streaming a game. I'm hoping to do that and try to keep up with all of these scores. But I mean, the main thing I want to tell you is that I don't want to see. We saw a lot of the forfeits and everything like that. We don't want to see that. We want to see the kids play. And so I'm hoping that no matter where we at, no matter what we do, we don't see any more of those forfeit things.
Yeah.
You know, let the kids play.
Yeah, let them play. I understand the COVID situation. They got to make sure that everything's okay, but you know they got to do what they got to do, which I understand. It's law, but the kids are taking it. The kids are taking this thing serious. They're not messing around. So it's all the back behind people. You know, the water boys and the this and that and all this other stuff. They got to be careful.
Some of us there, the education to continue on, you know, to try to get that scholarship.
Right.
Right.
It messes all that up for them, you know.
Yeah.
Yep.
Because they don't get an extra year like they do in college.
Yeah.
If
You know,
you
this
think
thing-
about it, some players don't start until their senior year, and
yeah.
they come out, you know, they break
They
out.
don't get an extra shot like
Right.
they do in the pro
Yeah.
and the college ball.
They get the extra year in college, yeah.
Right. They
Well-
don't get that in high school.
When we saw it last year, at the end of the year, when you saw all of the seniors lose their sports that they normally play,
Baseball.
baseball, you know, and all. Well, first of all, we didn't crown a state championship in basketball because I mean all of that. You know, what I mean it ended all that. So all of our seniors,
No baseball, no
You know,
softball.
no baseball, no
crown,
soft-
They crown basketball.
yeah. Well, they did. Well, I'm happy for them because I didn't hear all that. But no baseball, no softball. You got all of that, and these kids, man, that's their lives. You know, that they're playing. They love that. How many people are going to go to the next level? Not many. But you know, let them at least have their senior year. Let them have all that.
On that point, whoever makes it to the championship, that's their Super Bowl or that's their national championship.
That right.
So
That's it.
Well, let me break some news here for y'all. What is y'all thoughts on, because we talked about this at the beginning of the year, bowl games. Okay?
Oh.
Listen to this. West of Wichita will play Benton December 4th in a bowl game. These two teams could not play in the playoffs because of COVID, so they will get a final game, and bowl games are eligible for teams who missed the playoffs because of COVID. So that is your first bowl game announcement.
Well, I'm gonna tell you, I think that's a good idea.
Yeah, it's
And the reason I say that is, now this is gonna show my age, but I mean, back in the, late 70s, early 80s, when I was, basically in school, we were in a district, that was before power ratings and everything like that. That tells how old I am, man. But we had a district that was so tough. That was back when Bunkie and Cottonport and all these big schools were fantastic. We went 8-2 and missed the playoffs. 8-2 and missed the playoffs. So they had they call it the Oil Bowl. It was something in Lafayette that they had going on, and Port Barry ended up playing. Hell, I want to say we played. Who Dalton Hill you played for? Patterson.
Yeah, they
It was
yeah.
Patterson. I think we played Patterson in the Oil Bowl. It might, I don't know. And don't take this the wrong way, but we had to play against that dude. And I'm gonna tell you right now, we had a good game. If my memory serves it right, I don't remember if it was Dalton or whoever, but it was a good running back. And they beat us, and it was something. But at least we had the chance to play.
Yeah.
And that's what it's about.
Yeah.
It's about playing. And so because of COVID, if they want to if some of the companies of the state want to get together and do stuff like that, I'm going to tell you right now, I'd be the first one to say, go for it.
I agree.
First one. Why not? I mean,
It might be their last time to
Yeah.
shine.
Seniors one more time
yes.
under the lights.
Exactly.
Yep.
That was it.
Well, folks, that will wrap things up here. First round of the playoffs, Friday night. You can follow all the score updates Friday night on ScoreStream app, or you can follow us afterwards on our recap show where we break down scores from around the state. Look forward to meeting again. Great show tonight, folks. We want to thank a couple of people. We want to thank Lloyd for being the executive producer tonight. I think he has a headache back there, but we want to thank him for everything. We want to thank Isaac Hayes for coming on down, bringing all his equipment, always being a good friend and an even better person. Dustin Hale, the Acadiana Wrecking Ram himself, about to pop out of the shirt. Didn't even bring us a Wrecking Ram shirt tonight.
Man, we just want connection for a helmet, man.
Yeah. Thank you, brother. I look forward to playing some softball and making some more picks with you.
That'd be fun.
Gary, we greatly appreciate you allowing us to use your studio week in and week out. You're a great host. You're a great friend. And I'm bitter about you winning last week's pick.
Sorry, man. Hey, I
Congratulations.
just won by 1, okay?
I give congratulations. There you go.
Keith,
Thank you.
Keith, we're glad you're back. You're healthy this week. You had a miss last week under the weather.
Yep.
But you're back in full swing. We did a great show Sunday night. I greatly appreciate everything that you've done so far for Under the Lights and what you're going to do from here on out in the future. It's greatly appreciated. Each and every one of you who has involvement in this, everyone back home, everyone that's here tonight, I wish you a very happy Thanksgiving. Sending love to your friends, sending love to your families. Safe travels on the road always, and much love. Love each and every one of y'all.
Same here, buddy. Same here.
Yep. Happy Thanksgiving to everyone at home, and best of luck to all the teams from around the state. We'll close this one down.
Stay safe.
My name is Jordan Taylor,
Isaac Hayes.
Dustin Hell.
Garrett Swallow.
Keith Crozier.
and with Lloyd in the back, Holly in the back, we will say good night to you and farewell. Week 9. Let's go.
Let's get it on.
Right.